with filing a fake police report. And you know what they charged me with? Aggravated assault instead of attempt. Because I could have killed him. Where I stabbed him, if they could prove that I knew those were vital organs, that's attempted murder. Right there. Boom. Yeah, they just charged me with aggravated. I got a year and a half probation and no firearms for 15 years. But my 15 years is up, so I can have a firearm. Nah, 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 nah. Um, so yeah, and he ended up getting I think a $3,200 fine, $3,250 fine or something like that, somewhere around there. I know it was like in the thousands for filing that false report. We both fucked each other, right? That's it. And then it only lasted about maybe another month and a half, which is like. So anyway, after all that was said and done, I moved up to Barrie, and I'm walking down the fucking street. It's about the second week I'm here. I'm trying to figure out this new fucking town that I'm in, eh? So I'm going up and down these streets, but not too far because I still don't know where I live and I don't want to get lost, right? So I'm just circling a little bit and coming back and getting to know where I actually live now. And yeah, and it's yeah, because I got a 7-bedroom bungalow here, and in Toronto I was living in a 3-bedroom house where I was stuck in the basement all the fucking time, whether it was finished or not. That's where I was because I had 4 sisters. They'd all be upstairs, and always 2 of them sharing a room, right? And yeah, so I was always in the dungeon, man. I remember one fucking place we lived when I was younger. I slept in an air mattress. That's what I slept on. Sand and an air mattress because the basement wasn't finished. And there was like a little cubby hole, and I called that my bedroom. I had extension cords, and I had a little lamp up there, you know. Yeah, and that's where I usually slept, man. Plus, when my sister came to get me, because sometimes, I won't say her name, but second oldest would come down there and she'd fucking hit me while I was sleeping. Fucking hit me. I never hit her. I never pushed her or anything. But when I got up there, because it was kind of under the house, but it was a perfect little sanctuary where they didn't fucking come and bug me. Because I tell you, my sisters weren't that nice to me. No. They talked to me and they liked me and everything, whatever, right? But they weren't that nice to me. But when they were nice to me, they were really nice to me. And I guess I wasn't that nice either, growing up, right? You know? But I can say this, and this is the God's honest truth. I have 4 sisters, a mother, and a grandmother. My father fucked off when I was 6 years old. I guess he had better things to do or whatever, right? He tried to come around when I was about 10 years old and take us to fucking Byway and buy us some Tweety Bird reflector fucking slippers that were cool. Fuck. Amazing. I still remember that, right? Here you go, and we used to watch the hologram. It was like a little hologram thingy on the shoe, right? A big deal. Big deal to us back then, I guess. And it never worked. Cause he'd say he was coming, and all the kids would just be waiting with their jackets on and everything. He ain't show. That's it. He just dressed. Uh, the weeks that he did show up, when he felt like it, sometimes years in between a visit, all the kids were happy to see Daddy. You know, tell you something about my dad. My dad was Irish, and yeah, some people know the story, some people don't. But when my dad was going over with my mom at the beginning, everything was great. First 10 years, great. No kids, no nothing. Then they decided to start having kids. And that's when everything changed. My dad had a really good job at Massey Ferguson. And he just quit. While my mother was like four months pregnant. You know, she's got 4 kids. Baby number 5 left. And he came back, and my mom says, "No, you're not going to see the kids. You're not allowed to." So he starts pushing on her, and she's got Shannon in her arms, eh? And he pushes on her and everything. So the cops come. The cops come. At first, 2 cops came. Okay. By the end of it, there were 17 police officers there. It took 8 police officers to take my dad down. And then when they got him in the fucking car, they didn't cuff him. They just put him in the back seat. And they both got out. And he rips out the fucking phone. Back then it was no computers or CBs or anything. It was like a phone thing. And he ripped it out. And he started banging on the window. "Let me out. Let me out." That's my dad. So my mother goes into court. You got to understand this. This is in the 70s. Okay, this is in the 70s, a long time ago. My mom goes into court with a great big belly, and the judge is sitting up there smoking. My dad's smoking. That's back when you could smoke in courtrooms. And she goes out there with a great big belly because she's about 8 months pregnant. And she gives a character witness about my dad. And so anyway,